Okay, so B'siyad Shmaya, we're up to page 303. So we're up to Halacha 16. Halacha forbids ill patients from taking medication on Shabbat under certain circumstances. The rabbis made this prohibition out of concern that if you need medication, you might come to grind herbs. The pharmacist back in the day, you needed something, this and this herbs together, here you go, put it on your wound, eat it, put it in your drink, whatever it is, this will heal you. But grinding on Shabbat is for Torah prohibition. So therefore, the rabbis made it, taking medicine is not allowed. Nowadays, all the pills are already ground up. All the pills is already ready to ingest. You don't need to do any melacha to get it. Still, the rabbinical decree stands in place. Okay, fine. All forms of medication is asur, whether it's given orally or topically. What's topically? Well, you have to rub it on. Even rubbing it on, if it's a prescription medicine that healthy people would not use, it's asur to put on. Okay, what if you're cholesh in bo sakana? That's allowed. Let's say you're sick in bed, you can't move, you could take medicine. Medicine is only forbidden for people who have a slight headache, a slight aches, back pain, and that stuff. They could manage, they could go to work if it was a work day, but they're just in pain a little bit. That's who the Chachamim made this decree on. Okay, you're allowed to take medicine if you're going to prevent yourself from getting more sick, right? From becoming cholesh she'en bo sakana, if you have allergies or illness. 19, one could take a painkiller as such as acetaminophen, right, or ibuprofen, in order to alleviate a headache that's causing you great discomfort. However, one should be stringent. If you only have a minor headache, you shouldn't be so quick to take a Tylenol. Okay, 20. If you have problem falling asleep, you're allowed to take a sleeping pill. Even non-sick people take a sleeping pill sometimes. 21. I know a guy who takes a sleeping pill when he goes on a flight because he can't fall asleep on a flight, so it helps him fall asleep. 21. Somebody needs to take Ritalin. What's Ritalin? For a guy ADD, right? ADHD. So he wants to take it on Shabbat. Are you allowed to take medicine on Shabbat for this? One who takes Ritalin in order to remain calm and focused may take it on Shabbat. This is also the case for other pills that maintain calmness. 22. What if a person wants to take a caffeine pill? He doesn't have coffee, but he has caffeine pills. You're allowed to take it on Shabbat. Well, let's say he's meat and he wants a coffee, but he can't because it's dairy. He can't drink black coffee. He wants a caffeine pill. Mutar. It is permitted. Especially if he wants to stay awake to learn Torah, to do a mitzvah. What about a lady? A lady is on birth control. She's allowed to take her birth control medication or fertility medication. 24. Let's say a person is taking medication as a part of a treatment, right? Or let's say a person started an antibiotic before Shabbat. He's allowed to continue to take it on Shabbat. One who's suffering from constipation, right? Especially after Pesach, a lot of people complained about this. So he may drink prune juice. I say prunes in sliva. Prune juice, or eat prunes, or other non-medical bowel loosening drinks, right? We're not talking about putting the powder in your drink to make you go. We're talking about a fruit, a natural properties exist in it. Natural properties that make a person go to the bathroom, he's allowed to. But if a person is taking a medication for it, it's not allowed. Okay, 27. It is permitted to mix a medication. In a case where you're allowed to take the medication, you're allowed to put the medication in the water, even though it'll change the color of the water. That's mutar on Shabbat. Let's say a person needs to take a medication, he's allowed to, but he can't take the whole dose. He wants to cut it. He wants to break it into pieces. He's allowed to break it in half or crush it on Shabbat if he needs to. A person who's cholesh she'en bo sakana, a person who's in bed sick, he can't move, he's allowed to have an IV on Shabbat. Okay, let's say a person fell, right? And he has a bruise. And he can walk, he can live, nothing's going to happen to him, but he wants to put cold compress. He wants to put something on the wound, on the bruise to causing him pain. He's allowed to. Mutar. 32. Someone who was injured on Shabbat may put ice in order to prevent it from swelling. Let's say he twisted his ankle. He wants to put ice so it shouldn't get it swollen. 33. A person wants to put a bandage. You want to wrap his leg because he doesn't feel so good. He's allowed to do that on Shabbat. 34. Let's say a person wants to put his feet in cold water, or someone has a fever. They say, go in a shower, cold water to bring down your fever. That is mutar also on Shabbat. Let's say people have sometimes this rubber flask that you could put hot warm water inside, and you put it like this, and it helps the person. Let's say the person's very congested over here, right? So if you put something warm over here, the grandmas tell me they used to take a potato. They take you heat up potato, and the potato retains heat for a long time. So you put it in a bag, and then you put it on the person. It's like a rubber flask. It gives you warmth, and it helps clear the congestion. So over there, he says you're allowed to use a hot water bottle, but you have to make sure that it's closed tightly and that no water will drip out. And you're allowed to use that for a person who doesn't feel so well. Let's say a person has dry eyes. He has to put eye drops every once in a while. That is mutar on the Shabbat. Let's say a person needs to put the retainer in his teeth or something to keep the position of the teeth. He got braces recently, we removed it recently. He needs a retainer, he needs braces, all these things. Mutar to use it on Shabbat. Humidifier, if you turn it on from before Shabbat, you're allowed to have a humidifier running in the room before you turned it on before Shabbat. God forbid, if a person doesn't feel well or a child doesn't feel well, and they swallowed something they're not supposed to swallow, or they're choking, or the guy says, "Oh, I ate something no good, it was spoiled, I don't feel so good." He wants to make himself throw up. He's allowed to do that on the Shabbat. You're allowed to induce vomiting. However, you cannot take medicine that induces vomiting. You're allowed to make yourself vomit, but there's a thing called milk of magnesium that if you drink this, it makes you want to throw up right away. It's to help clear the stomach. That would be not allowed on Shabbat. Tomorrow, we'll speak about exercising on Shabbat, yoga, and walking, and stretching, all those kind of things. Baruch